Hi everyone, welcome back to the FLYWOO channel. Today we are taking a look at DJI's O4 wide air unit. First, let's compare the new DJI O4 wide air unit. There are two important upgrades. The first upgrade is the mounting design. The new version now uses two M2 screw holes, making it better suited for compact frames with 14mm camera mounts. The second upgrade is the lens. The new lens now has an ultra-wide field of view of 159 degrees, while the previous FLYWOO version goes up to 155 degrees. The lens PCB is also the same as the O4 Lite lens, so if the coaxial connector board is damaged in a crash, you can replace it with the FLYWOO connector. This product is now available on the FLYWOO website, and we offer two package options. The first one is the standard O4 wide air unit package. It includes one FLYWOO custom UV filter and two protective rear shells. It is the 20mm version, which supports O4 Pro and O3 mounting hole. The other one is the 18mm version made for smaller camera mounts. For this version, we pre-install a lightweight protection case. We also include a longer 150mm flexible coaxial cable, a 10cm silicon cable, and a FLYWOO LDS antenna. This package is easier to install on 3-inch, 4-inch, and 5-inch frames. For both packages, we offer two gyro options, I469D and MP66. The I469D gyro runs at 30 Hz. It reacts faster, but it is also more sensitive to frame vibration. The MP66 gyro runs at 8 Hz. It is less sensitive to vibration, so it is more forgiving for custom builds. We also made a full set of glass filters for the O4 wide air unit. The set includes UV, ND8, ND16, and ND32. Each filter is scratch resistant, lightweight, and only weighs 0.47 grams. Now, let's talk about damping. We also launched several FLYWOO ready-to-fly drones with the O4 wide air unit, including the 1S Firefly, the 2S Flylens, and the 4S Explorer. The first thing we want to talk about is the protective rear shell. All FLYWOO ready-to-fly drones with the O4 wide air unit use a protective rear shell. Depending on the frame, we use either the 18mm version or the 20mm version. It has two main benefits. The first benefit is protection. The coaxial cable runs inside the rear shell, so during a crash, the shell helps protect the cable and rear PCB from direct impact. The second benefit is weight balance. According to DJI's official documentation, the standard O4 air unit is much lighter than the Pro version. Because of that, it needs a softer and more carefully tuned damping setup to reach a similar stabilization result. Our rear shell adds a proper amount of weight to the standard version. This helps reduce the pressure on the damping system and makes it easier to get stable footage. For beginner builders, this is very helpful. Now let's look at our ready-to-fly designs. The 1S Firefly uses a TPU canopy without a traditional damping structure, but with the right power setup and frame structure, the footage is still smooth and stable. The 2S Flylens uses a classic 4-point damping structure, matched with dedicated motors, propellers, and tuning. The stabilization performance is also very good. For the 4S Explorer LR4V2, we also upgraded the internal 4-point damping structure. Here is one useful tip for Explorer builds. If the coaxial cable is too short, it can pull on the camera and affect the damping performance. So we use a 100mm coaxial cable and leave a small loop near the front. This gives the camera more freedom to move and helps the damping system work properly. Next, let's look at a video comparison. This clearly shows what the MP66 gyro can do. In the first flight, the drone already has a damping structure installed. But because of the power setup and frame structure, the vibration still cannot be fully removed. Every time the pilot gives more throttle and climbs, you can see the camera footage start to shake. Then, without changing the frame, the damping structure, or the power setup, we only changed the gyro to MP66, as you can see in the second flight. Even with hard throttle punches and fast climbs, the footage stays smooth and stable. This is what we mentioned earlier. The I469D gyro supports an output rate of up to 32 kHz, which is 4 times higher than MP66 at 8 kHz. In theory, a higher sampling rate can provide more detailed motion data, but it also requires a much better frequency match from the damping system. That is why MP66 can be a more forgiving choice for many custom builds. Now let's watch the real flight footage. In this part, we will show the Explorer LR4V2 with the DJI O4 wide version. You can see how the new damping design performs in real flight and how stable the footage looks with the O4 wide setup. If you find this video helpful, make sure to follow the FLYWOO channel. We will keep sharing more product tests, build tips, and real flight videos.